What's cracking, guys? It's Hiro here, and welcome back to another trip on the Hiro roller coaster. And today's trip on the Hiro roller coaster, we're going to be doing something a little different than my normal content. So, because we're starting up a new segment called Hiro News. So I hope you enjoy this new segment. So this is a segment where I'm going to be talking about what's going up in the anime community and any news on new animes or new things which are coming out. I'm gonna, just go through a topic, and yeah, I want to do this about once a month. Maybe eventually I'll turn it into like a anime roundup kind of thing. I don't know yet. It depends what you guys want. Because remember, on Rido's channel and Rita's now, because we are one. And yeah, so remember, this is Ria here, and Ria's my assistant on my journey now. If you haven't seen a video where I introduce you to Ria, make sure to check that one up. I recently done re-upload for it because the content got a bit broke or something. Don't really know what happened there. But on today's video, we've been talking about Mashima. So if you don't know who Mashima is, or Hiro Mashima, you might recognise the name out there because he's a pretty famous mangaka, and it's because he's the one who done Fairy Tail, and he actually done a more older series called Rave Master. I've got to say, both are great pieces in my opinion. Obviously they're not the best, but Fairy Tail is a very dear one, close to my heart, and I've watched a few episodes, 10 episodes of Rave, and I kind of did enjoy it. I think it kind of, it was, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of Fairy Tail a bit, which I found really good, and it's something I wanted. And the thing is, an interesting thing about he kind of links all his works together and gives a bit of references to the different pieces he does, which is good. Yeah, so it's actually the Fairy Tail artist, which is our topic today, and that is he's releasing a new manga. So that's the issue at hand today. We're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be showing you the first look at Mashima's new manga. So at this current moment, it has no title, which I find kind of interesting, because apparently it's meant to appear in Kodansha's 30th issue of Kodansha Weekly Shonen magazine. So I know it's pretty close, about nearly just under 2 months before it'll happen, so that's kind of interesting that it hasn't got to, but so far we've just got a sneak peek of 3 images, and I'm going to be showing you these images because I think these are pretty interesting, and we're going to be going through them and just to say what he says. So let's have a look at the images first, then we'll get on to more context, and I might give you a little description of what I think it's going to be about and if it's going to be good or not. So let's get on to the first image. Okay, so the first image is here. So it's of a girl, and, well, I think it's a girl. Could it be a trap? Has Mashima done a trap, though? Not what I'm aware of. Tell me in the comment section if Mashima's done a trap before, because as I'm aware, he hasn't done a trap, so... No, but I reckon this is. No, Mashima, I could be wrong, though. But, so... I'm wondering, is this going to be like maybe the Lucy kind of character? Because, and is it going to be a fantasy one? So, this is interesting, because is it going to be a Lucy kind of character, or could it be a female protagonist? Which could be interesting, because, and what's also interesting about Mashima, he usually introduces a female character, then they move on to the actual, male protagonist, who becomes the big shot of the show. They done it with Natsu, and they done it with the guy in Rave Master. I'm really on a blank of his name now. I should really, I read the manga, like some of the manga ages ago, but I can't put my name. But they done it to him as well. I'll leave the name up there, so and I might show you a picture as well. So they both done that, because they done that because it started off Lucy in Fairy Tail, and Ellie in Rave Master. I know the girl's name, but they both kind of made him out to be the main character, then they kind of switched into the actual main character. So if we have a look at the clothing she's got on, there's only a few, you know. So I'm kind of thinking, could it be another fantasy? It kind of, I don't know, she kind of reminds me a bit of Wendy. I don't know if that's just me, but she does look a little bit like Wendy. So from what I know about this manga, it isn't a sequel to Fairy Tail, I think, because I think he is working on a manga sequel to Fairy Tail as well. But we're talking about this manga right here. I might do another future one. So yeah, I wonder what is she gonna? So you know, I reckon it is probably a fantasy, you know, kind of shonen, but who knows? I don't really know much about it, so anything can be. So as I was saying, I think like the shonen, you know, trope and the girl. So this next image here is another interesting one, because this looks like he's going to be the main character here, because you've got, you know, the guy with spiky, I'm guessing it's a guy, in a very same pose, like, it kind of reminds me of Natsu, kind of, a pose, and you can't really see his face that well on this picture, but he looks like a strong, you know, shonen protagonist kind of material. But he might not be. He might be a side character. And who knows? Because Mashima might want to try something new. And if he does, kudos to him. Because Mashima, I think he's a great mangaka. I really like his work, like Fairy Tail and Rave. So I'm interested to see what this is going to turn out to be. And will he? So, as always, make sure to leave in the comment section who you think these characters might become, because by the clothing it kind of looked very shonen-y, and if that's a word, shonen-y. We do created the word shonen-y. Yeah, I created that word. Probably not. Probably someone else. So, but it sounds very shonen-y, and even the pose, it kind of a pose that Natsu I think used before. I don't know. I'm kind of comparing it because, you know, it's his kind of art style, and yeah, I think that's going to be like the Natsu kind of character, and I could be completely wrong about this, but that's kind of my first look at this picture, and it looks like kind of like in the middle of a battle or something, I don't know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see what that's like. So yeah, then we've got another picture here, because Kodansha released 3 pictures, can I even say 3 pictures, there we go, I'm terrible at that, another one looks, so we can see a bit more detail of that guy's face, I think it's that guy anyway, and so it looks like he's got a glove on his hand, or fingerless gloves, this big, you can see it up to here, and it looks a very shonen face, and it's a guy, I think it is anyway, it looks like it, and yeah, so I think that's going to be the main character. I don't know, I might be wrong, but this definitely looks like more like a battle pose, and he's got a glove on his hand, I believe, and I think he's got a little plaster kind of thing there. So the artwork's very interesting, and I might say it a lot, but I think he is going to be the protagonist. But I do like I'm kind of liking the art style. I do like Mashima, as I said, and yeah, so I wonder what it's going to be like actually. So now onto more of what actually, because I'm using an article from good old Anime News Network, or ANN, you might know what it is. So let's give you a little bit of background. So they've said the series is going to launch on June 27th, as I said, in Kodansha Comics' you know, Shonen Weekly, because it'll be the first. So he's kind of thinking that. So it didn't. So what it's said so far is that the company did not confirm a simultaneous publication, but it teased that Japan, America, and Europe, that that the world is waiting 11 months since the finale of Fairy Tail, and a new adventure awaits, while the new series of Hiro Mashima begins. So it's kind of suggesting that Europe and America and Japan obviously is kind of going to get them first, so that's lucky for us. If you live in not one of those ones, I'm sorry, but hopefully it shouldn't be too long. I hope it's kind of soon for everyone. But then it says Mashima will launch the new manga series in Kodansha Weekly, Shonen Magazine, because this year is the 30th issue, which will ship on June 27th, as it said. So Mashima has actually teased details about this new series in January, stating that, in quotes, it will be a new form of fantasy. So that's an interesting thing. What does he mean by a new form of fantasy? Is it going to be maybe not like your normal shonen? Is it going to be quite revolutionary? Is he going to add some more high tech maybe? Because he's quite new for, you know, more kind of like medieval magic-y kind of worlds. So that's going to be pretty interesting. How is he going to go with that? So I'm interested to see what the new form of fantasy is going to be like. So he's also said that Plu will make an appearance. So if you don't know Plu, apparently the dog, as I said, that's one of the characters that both appears in Fairy Tail and Rave Master. So I find that very interesting. So also, just to add a bit of context, what it says here, it says Mashima'S Fairy Tail was launched in 2006 and ended last July. And this is the manga, not the anime, because you might know the anime is a bit later. So obviously it's inspired the anime, 2 anime films, Dragon Cry and the Priestess, Phoenix Priestess or something like that, you know. Several original video anime projects and spin-off manga. So so that's bit is saying like that, and it's saying the television's anime final season will premiere this fall. Yeah, because we know the final season is coming out next season, which I'm really excited for, because I wasn't really a fan of the manga's ending, but I wonder if they'll switch anything up. I don't know. It's anime, anything can happen, but yeah, I'm interested to see what they'll do with that. So as it said, that Mashima also created Rave Master. So that's all I'm aware of and what I've found on Mashima's new project, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do with this, because I think it's a very interesting, I find Mashima a really interesting writer. I don't know, I'm a big shonen fan myself, along with harems and stuff, but I'm more of a kind of like, I do love my shonens, and it was one of the first ones, so it's very special to me, and I've loved like what he's done, and I'm looking forward to it, because how he's put it, like a new revolutionary age and like new type of fantasy, I'm really intrigued by that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. So that's the end of this video. It's time to get off that reader roller coaster once again, unfortunately, but I know you're all gonna stay. But so I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to demolish that like and subscribe that button down below. So as always, I hope you'll see me and Ria on the next video, on the next trip. So see you guys, Rito out.